Hello everybody and welcome back to another ForgeCraft Modpack with me, TechnoJock. Last episode we were starting off on our big project for a World Eater frame quarry in the deep dark. So we'd managed to get the actual frames built, we'd got some tesseracts, the frame pushers, and the actual mining wells themselves. So we're well on the way in that respect, and we'd also got the actual portal to the deep dark. So this episode we continue along, but there's a few things that we still need to do before we can actually get this thing up and running, and we need some redstone circuitry to do that. And at this point we're looking at a timer. Now, we can do this and make some anodes and make cathodes, and then we will make some conductive plates, and I think we can now, oh no, we need to make the pointer one, don't we? Oh, need some stone. One of those. I think we've got sufficient to be able to go like that. Do we have enough to be able to do this? No, we don't. But what we can do is learn some of these, because they will come in handy later on down the line. So let's just get that done. So we also need to be able to make a NOT gate. So we need a timer and a NOT gate at the moment. And I'd also said that I was going to set up something up here, which I have done. So we have got another layer onto our tower, and we can go in there. And I know I did say I was going to set things up out the back here so I could test it, but I figured it was probably just as quick to be dotting back and forth to the deep dark to do it, and not have to shift stuff later on once we'd actually got it all working. So I think we need two of those, three of those actually, 3 conductive plates. We've got plenty circuit plates, we've got 2 of those. We need the pointer and the cathode. 1 pointer, and 1 cathode, and we should be able to go, yep, 1 timer. Now I'm going to learn that one as well actually whilst we are here. And now let's have a look at a NOT gate. NOT gate is 3 cathodes, an anode, a conductive plate, and 4 normal circuits. So 3 cathodes, an anode, we need 1 more of those and 1 of those. Let's quickly see if we can do that one as well. I should have made 2 again, but never mind. And we can get the timer. So 1 timer, and now the NOT gate should be done. And we've got that. So we've got sufficient red alloy wire, we've got some red pipe wire. So what I've done is I've kind of done a proof of concept, just to let you know what I'm kind of. And so I've come to here and I've dug down. Don't know why I made steps since I can fly. And I've lit up a little area here, and this is what I've got so far. So all we've got is 1 mining well set up at the moment with a kind of rudimentary quarry frame around it. Now on the front of the actual quarry we have got 2 of our gold kinesis pipes, but on the one that's connected to the actual mining well we've got 1 basic gate here, which is set to do, if the machine has work, activate the red pipe signal with the red pipe wire that's on it, and then along at the end on this pipe we have some more red pipe wire, and this basic gate is saying if there's a red pipe signal on, output a redstone signal. So this isn't powered at the moment, so it's not actually done anything. So it still does have work to do, i.e. it can dig down. So this signal is on, activating the red alloy wire here, which will go up, and what we will do is, with our not gate. Do something like that. So with this coming in, there is no signal on here. What am I doing? I don't actually think I need the not gate, to be honest. Let me have a think about this. No, I do need the signal because technically it should actually be mining at the moment. And then this will go into here, which will output to red alloy wire here down the back. Will it do? Yep. Now what I might need to do, in fact what I'll definitely need to do, is I'll need to put on a repeater, because this pulse isn't always long enough to activate the pushers. We'll see if it does it at the moment, but I don't think it will. And what I also want to do is get a lever so I can override this. No, that's not going to help. I want another block there. There we go. Right, so I can override that because I don't want this thing running away from me. And I need that. And there we go. Ow! Ow! Uh-oh. I've been in the dark too long. There we go. What I might need to do is, I think what I'll do is I'll get an arcane lamp set up, and that will alleviate some of the issues about working up here away from too many light sources. I think an arcane lamp does count. Right, let's see if this works. Now, I want to set this to about 4 seconds. Yeah, we'll set it at 4 seconds, just an arbitrary number at the moment. This is set to high, and we can have another lever on. No, I don't want it on there because it's going to interfere with the redstone signal, but I can have it on here. And if I go flick that on, it should, there we go, it's digging, it's throwing stuff everywhere because it doesn't have anywhere better to put it. And now it doesn't have any work to do. It's got all the way to the bottom and it has turned off that redstone signal, which means that this is no longer going. So no, we don't need the NOT gate. We want the NOT gate to go, or we want to get rid of the NOT gate and put it straight into this. Right, so one timer and like that. So if we go and put that there now, I suspect what the issue is that it doesn't go like that. Now, is it going to do or not? Probably not. This is going to be an absolute mess at the moment. I will make this a lot prettier later, I promise. Is it because there's that in the way as well? There we go. Okay, so I think it's just a pulse, and now it's gone again because it had work to do. And it's still working, still working, still working. But it has run out of power because the lever popped off. Now, if I put this lever back on here, turn it on, it's still going to spew out, still going to spew out, keep spewing out until it runs out of stuff, and then it turns off. And then it turns that back on. Excellent. Proof of concept is working. It's obviously a horrendous looking proof of concept, but it does tell me that that is going to work. So, we have a number of things yet to do before this is really ready to go. Let's get this all dug back up, and let's be careful because we've just taken away our light source, so the things in the dark are going to start coming to get us. And yeah. Come on. Oh, this takes ages to break. Right. So that is looking good. Goes right the way down to bedrock and gets us a good amount of stuff. So let's get out of here and go and get the next things that we need. And that is going to be, because a normal frame quarry like this we could actually probably set up in somewhere like the overworld as it is, but boop, as you can see there's lots of things that would get in the way of a frame quarry here and just stop it from moving. So we need to be able to address that, and that's going to be quite a task to do, because we're going to need to get ourselves some Applied Energistics stuff on the go. And one of the things I do want to do is we'll be able to get this set up, because we can put our cobbles straight into there. Things that we want to get on the go. That doesn't have, we don't want to put that in there. Things we want in there, that, those, that. Don't need the NOT gate, but we will keep, well, may as well just put it into the EMC machine, eh? And the rest, we're going to need a few more than just that red pipe wire, but we'll get to that in a little while. That's good for just now. Right. Certus quartz. Do we know Certus quartz? No, we do not. Oh, that's fortunate. Do we know lapis? I don't even know if we know lapis, to be honest. Yes, we do. Diorite? Nope. And put that there and that there. And no. Like that. Get rid of some of these. And we are good to go. Now, obviously, we're going to need to get a lot of processing done at some point for all this sort of stuff, but I'm not concerned about that just now. So, next step, if we're going to start with AE, we need to get ourselves, firstly, well, we've got Certus, but do we have charged Certus? Now, I'm led to believe that charged Certus can be done in the infuser. I am obviously misled, because that did not work. Now, the thing about that is, though, that this charger needs flux crystals. Ooh, those got exchange value. Fantastic. Actually, I wonder something. Plane, annihilation plane, formation plane. Oh my word, that's going to make life so much easier. Now, if I remember correctly, charged Certus quartz. Charged Certus quartz. How do we get you? Charged Certus quartz crafted by inserting uncharged Certus quartz into the charger and powering it. Yeah, fair enough. Found in the world semi-rarely. Appears similar to the normal Certus quartz except it sparkles. Okay, so we've got normal Certus. And we need to get flux. Sure. So yeah, that needs flux, which needs flux seed made from flux dust and sand into a puddle of water. Now flux dust. Flux dust. Flux seed is made from flux dust. Flux, one charged Certus quartz. Right, we need to go and find ourselves charged Certus quartz. We've got nether quartz and redstone, so I guess I'm off on the hunt now for some charged Certus quartz, and I will be back once I have found it. And we have finally got one crystal. It took us quite some considerable length of time, as you can see from the location that I am on this map. And these are still loading, and I'm not actually sure where I am. I'm along here somewhere. Yeah, I'm a long way away from home. There, it's just coming onto the map now. We'll get back to the base and we will start working on our AE stuff. See you in a sec. Right, I'm back at the house and we have got ourselves our charged Certus quartz, and I've gone away and made ourselves some flux crystal and learnt that. Because the next stage that we need to do is we need to get ourselves some of the AE inscriber presses. And in order to do that, you need to find yourself some AE meteors. So let's pop over and let's follow our compass and see where it takes us. Now, let's go like that. Oh, we are. There we go. Now, if we have a look in our chunk borders, it means this one's got, yep, it's right smack dab in the middle, it would appear, of this chunk. So, we need, I should have charged up my hammer since the last time, but that's fine. I'll get my excavator out as well, and we shall scoot our way down and try and find this meteor. So go down as close to the middle of this as possible. I really shouldn't be going straight down like that, but that's fine. Be a little bit more careful, not land straight into some lava or a nest of creepers or something. Now, I'm not seeing anything vastly like a meteor yet, so I will come back when we've got something. Right, I finally found this. It's taken me quite some considerable length of time to do so, and I have accrued quite a bit of rubbish whilst I've been doing it, but I'm just going to go and tunnel into this. Let's do it from the top. And in fact, I've got an idea. Why don't I do it a slightly different way? I'm going to go back to the house, which is not that far away. I'm going to dump off an awful lot of this stuff. Where is the house? There it is. Get rid of that. So if I get rid of this stuff here, and I can quickly go and get our presses sorted out, I do need to charge that. I need to get rid of all of this stuff, like that, and whilst that's charging, I need to go and get rid of that. Let's get rid of that just now as well. And all of this. Did find some diamonds, which is nice. Also shard as well. And we can put those in there. Actually, why don't we get rid of that as well? I know it shouldn't go in there, but never mind. And I want to get... What do I want to get? I want to get sand. I want to get a lot of sand. There's a good reason for this, because I'm going to cheat outrageously, because the skystone is actually really hard to break through. I think even more so than obsidian. Certainly, if it's not more so, it is easily as tough as obsidian. But I've got a way of getting through that really rather easily. So let's go back to where that is. Oh, and this is fantastic now. Oh, it's like a machine gun. So, now we've got our holes here. Now, which one was it? Which hole was it that we had to go down? I think it's this one. Yes, it is. There we go. Right. Let's go and put a sand down. And do that. And now we can dig out this as if it were sand, because it is. Makes life an awful lot easier. And there's the Skystone chest with calculation and logic press. So we need the logic press. That's what we really need. So that's fine. We've got that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take out the rest of this because we need to get rid of all the Skystone for the compass to start showing us where our next one is. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I shall then go back to base, and we'll see you in a second for the next stage. Okay, back at the ranch, and let's go charge that up. That's okay now, that's fine. That'll do. Don't want to forget about it and end up leaving it here. So, with our logic presses, we need to make an inscriber. I don't need to search in there, I need to search in here. One inscriber is flux crystal, 2 sticky pistons, and some iron. Well, 5 of them. 2 pistons and some slime. No, slime. And a couple of flux. There's a couple of flux? Just the one flux. And like that. No, not going to let me do it like that. Like that. Okay, so we've got our calculation logic. We need a silicon press as well, actually. So I'm going to need to go and get some silicon presses because I've only got calculation and logic. So silicon press is next, and I shall see you back here in a little while. Okay, again we haven't gone a vast distance away. We're about 600 meters away from the base, and we've got another hit with our compass. But one of the things I wanted to quickly show you was it's spinning in this chunk, going to this chunk, and it's spinning, which means the meteor must traverse this line. And if we go here, it's over into this chunk and this chunk, which means if we dig down directly down from here, we will hit it because it's in the middle of all of these. So if we take our that, and we'll need that as well. So if we just dig down like this here, we are guaranteed that we're gonna, oh, it is, so that makes life a little bit easier. It wasn't too far down. Let's dig this out a little bit. Not that much. Uh-oh. Stop it. There we go. Right, and now we've got to use this thing again. And we will be back once we've seen what we've got in here. Right, I have managed to make my way down to the center of this, and I've managed to get a silicon press, so that's great. We've got the logic, this the calculation again, but we've got this silicon press, which is what we need, and this is probably one of the largest meteors I've ever found. So I'm going to continue to clear it out so I can bypass this one and find some more, and we'll go back to the house, we'll get our inscriber on the go, and we'll make our logic circuit. I'm not going to make anything fancy at the moment for the inscriber, but we will do in the future. But we'll just get a logic circuit so we can get our annihilation planes up and going, and I shall see you in a second. Okay, we're back at base, and we've got our inscriber. I've just made a printed silicon there, so we're going to pop our logic press in there with some gold. That should make our thing there, printed logic circuit. And if we put our printed logic circuit with some redstone and our printed silicon in there, it should make our printed logic circuit thing, logic processor. There we go. Now I'm going to go and learn that because it has an exchange value, or an EMC value. I should really call it an EMC value, shouldn't I? I've been calling it the wrong thing all this time. So now that we've got this learning in there, we can have a look and see what it takes to make this ME annihilation plane. So our core has an exchange value. So we need flux, dust, logic processor, and nether quartz. So logic processor, done. Quartz, there. And we need flux. And we need to go and grind that up. And we'll be just about done. So grinding in that pulverizer goes, doesn't go anywhere. There we go, flux dust. We'll learn that because that's used in quite a lot of things. It should really have done too. Story of my life at the moment. And any moment now, there we go, flux. Please, so one flux crystal. Why don't we take two of them, because it makes two anyway, so we don't need. Let's go. One logic thing with flux dust there and nether quartz there makes two annihilation cores. We need annihilation planes, so we need two more iron. And we need three more flux crystals. 1, 2, 3 flux crystals. They go across the top. Our two iron go there, and our annihilation core goes there, and we've got our annihilation plane. Fantastic. So I also need to make myself a bunch of, if we do flux like this, we'll see we need this stuff, glass cable. We'll need, I think we might need some dense cable, maybe some smart cable would be a good idea actually. What do we need for that? We need flux crystals and quartz fiber. Quartz fiber is Certus quartz dust or nether quartz dust in that. So what I'm going to do is, I think that's the wrapping up point now, which is a good point, and we can have these annihilation planes. And the next time we're going to get a bunch of annihilation planes, and we're going to see about making a sort of tunnel bore front end for this frame quarry so it doesn't get stuck going up against any of those cobblestone pillars that you see in the deep dark. But like I say, that's for next time. Thanks very much for joining me, everybody. I've been TechnoJock. Bye bye and have a funs.